Okay, last time we talked about de-essing with processors, and we did a good job. We solved all of our problems but one, and there was one S or word or whatever you want to call it that not even a word, one little sound that was just bad, and a lot of it was because the singer just really dug in, and it just happened to be on bad frequencies. But we've tamed it and we've controlled it a lot. But when processors fail, we got to dig in and get our hands a little dirtier. So I already know where it is. It's right here. So let's listen. His mom, a soul that only. And that's not the end of the world right there. I mean, the length of it where he goes, soul. That's probably DS, and it needs a DS or two to me. But when he says soul, that's a problem to me. And but it's a problem not because of the length. I mean, he's doing the S. He wants to go S. He's doing a snake thing here. So don't get too wound up about that. What I'm hearing is a frequency component, and it's in that 6K ballpark. You know, that piece of crap. But because we're doing an S, it's easy to find sibilants in Cubase, and most other DAWs do this exact same thing, where when we zoom in, you start seeing, and it seemed like it was easier to see this before, but I don't know if it's Cubase 6 or what's going on, but you see this wave, it's got all these little squigglies. It's clearly, I think that means lower frequencies, you know, because the waveforms are further apart and not as fast. So anyway, I dug this out. You can start to see. I know it was easier in the past, but anyway, I already know. That's probably it. You know how I find out the most is I mute the damn thing, and so we're gonna listen. When I guarantee you this S won't be in there now. Let's see. Mom, okay, solved almost, except for that would never work. But we know that's the right spot. So let's turn him back on. Unfortunately, let's just yank him down 4 decibels. Too much and it'll be way obvious, and then not enough, way obvious. So kind of in a mess here. Let's see what happens. Like his mom, a soul that only. And I don't hate that at all, but there's still a ringing thing. It's that really peaky crap. And so what I like to do when just turning it down doesn't seem to work, usually can't get much further than 4 decibels in my experience. But let's go ahead and pull it down 6, so 2 more. Let's see what that does. His mom, a soul that only. What I'm thinking is the character of this thing is flawed. I hate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ it. And I'm just this one little piece, and I'm going to get that stupid ring out of there because I hate it. I'm mad. And again, I don't think it's so much a volume issue because, like we talked about last time, you can get away with pretty loud S's if they're the right kind. And I'm still working out if there's some kind of science to this. I don't think there is. I think it's just random stuff happens and you react to it. But so here we are. Uh-oh, looks like Brandon's done this before. Okay, don't worry about him. He didn't see that. This is Isotope Alloy, and it's one of my favorite plugins. I love this thing, and it's just a really fast way of working. Everything about it's just fun, and it sounds great. But anyway, we're going to preview this, and you'll see what we have is this really cool spectrum analyzer, RTA type thing. So, and we're looping on just that S. Now, while it could be a million reasons, frequencies, for all I know, it's you know, down at 1K here is causing the problem right here. But usually if there's a frequency that's just ringing and you hate it, it's almost always the biggest one. So let's attack that bully first, and we'll line up with this little XY coordinate, whatever it is. And they have an awesome thing with all the Isotope plugins where you hold shift and you can't, it keeps it in, kind of like when Cubase, you can keep things in time when you edit. This allows you to shift. By holding the shift key down, you can pull down with, well, I'll let go of it. I'm an idiot. But you don't have to worry about the frequency changing. I really like that. That's handy because usually I'm like, when I get down here, of course, they also have the brains to put the little crosshair type lines there. So anyway, I don't want to take out too much. I'm thinking we'll start with 3 decibels. And I don't know if I want to cue that wide. Let's just do something kind of like that. I really just want to, it's the character that it's bothering me, of that one S. And yes, I will go through a whole song and do this on anything that my other processors don't catch. This is the only way I found to for me to be happy, and also to be neutral enough or tolerant enough where I don't want to set my processors so aggressive that they're just stomping on everything, because that just sounds terrible too. Overdoing this is just as bad as underdoing it, as I said before. So let's process that, and we'll listen in context and see. Mom, a soul that only... And that's actually, I could live with that. I don't know if it's 100%, but to do any more, I would have to either edit another take, which again I don't have. That was stupid on my part, or have the singer come in and redo it. And a lot of times, just the very next take, they just, one time they happen to just hit S the wrong way. But I think in context here, eyes like his daddy, lips like his mom, a soul that only... It sounds a hair processed, but I don't know if it's bad. I think it's borderline, and it's the kind of thing that no one's going to listen for it and notice most likely. I want to check it one more time. I boosted it at 1 more decibel. Like his mom, a soul that... All right, I know now that I just did that, I'm 100% content with that. I have no issues at all. It's an S, but it sounds like a nice S. And so what really was the issue there was a certain kind of ringing, and it was at that 7K or whatever. And I found that by using isotope alloy. But any spectrum analyzer will probably do it, particularly if it had the EQ built in. Another valuable concept is EQ with spectrum analyzers. So make sure that when you're doing this de-essing business, try your processors and get an overall, goalies, just to catch the stuff as much as you can without overdoing any of it for any reason. Never overdoing any of these S's. And then go back and nitpick and try yanking them down. If that doesn't work, EQ is one way. A more aggressive de-esser from that one word is another way. But by treating these individual bad guys the way they should be treated, with a lot more aggressive processing, it allows us to be a lot more neutral through other stuff. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.